On Hallows Eve, a group of friends decided to reach out to Luna's dead little sister via spirit board to receive a message from beyond. But what they didn't know was that something more nefarious would be reaching out instead, and they wouldn't like the message it has for them.
Wait, listen.
Nice. Ambiance.
Everyone say hi.
This is the last time we are seen again.
We just vanished.
We got. So, you guys, are we ready to do this?
I don't know, guys. What if something goes wrong?
It'll be fine. We're just going to be talking to my little sister. I really miss her.
Come on, guys. What if someone sees us? We're burning daylight.
Okay. So, I know this sounds kind of dumb, but this was her favorite keychain. She loved horses, and I thought it might help her find us.
Are you a good spirit?
See, I told you. It's gonna be fine. What's your name?
Lucy? That wasn't your sister's name, was it?
No.
What do you want with us? Fear? What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I don't want to find out because my biggest fear is being alone in the dark.
I'm afraid I'll never talk to Lucy again.
My fear is that a spirit will possess my kid.
My fear? Spiders. Crawling everywhere.
It's getting dark, guys. We should get out of here.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah. Wait, shh. We have to go.
Little did the group know, they opened a portal to a malevolent spirit that now knows all of their worst fears, having barely escaped with their lives. Luna is one of the first afflicted by their recent seance. This unknown entity continues to haunt her from the shadows.
I can't stop seeing her. Sometimes in the mirror, or I feel her watching me, but then it's just a shadow. The other night I woke up and she was there, standing in the corner of my room, staring at me, but something's wrong. Her eyes are gone and her mouth is... That's not Lucy.
I just had to come in here and just wash my face for a minute because I heard some noise and I checked on Keon and I don't know. Oh! Ah! Keon, was that you? Oh, here's... No? Okay. Alright, I'm like so freaked out right now. I just went into Keon's room. Twice I thought he was up. He wasn't up. And I keep seeing things. I'm hearing things and I don't know, maybe I'm just really freaked out, so I'm probably just gonna lay it on down and just pray that nothing possessed my kid.
I just had to run to my car from my house because there are spiders all over my house. I woke up to spiders crawling all over me, on my bed, everywhere. They're on the walls, they're on the carpet, they're on the furniture. I have no idea where they're coming from. It's like raining spiders in my house right now. Every time I get rid of 5, 10 more show up. I have no idea what's going on. I've never seen anything like this happen to anyone. I have no idea how to get rid of them. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know what to do. I am at a loss.
What was there? Who turned off the lights?
Hello, my name is Dr. Flores. I'm here to give my professional opinion, and I think that the entity that we are dealing with here is an egregore. Egregores, they can take the appearance of humanoids, typically female ones. They cannot fully resemble humans, and this would actually explain why Luna states that her sister's mouth and eyes, they're not actually Lucy's. Here, this egregore is taking advantage of Luna's deceased sister and is using this to gain entry to Luna. It is really common for them to use their victims' weaknesses in order to lure them in, and these entities, they will pull their victims into their portals once the victim gives into them. Luna is describing this feeling that there's lingering of her sister watching her, but this is actually the egregore luring her in. Lucy is giving so much attention to these entities that it is only feeding it. The other victims can be easily targeted by the egregore if they feed into their own fears. Kaya, for example, they stated that their fear was that one of the entities will possess one of her children, and she stated that during the seance. She stated this fear out loud, allowing any entity to know her exact weakness. The other victim, Georgia, as well, they also stated their biggest fear, and in her case, it's being left alone in the dark. These egregores will take advantage in any way that they can get in, they truly will.
In the realm of the supernatural, reaching out to the spirit world can be a precarious activity, and in the case of Luna reaching out to her little sister's spirit, I believe they came in contact with a malevolent spirit. Spirit boards are usually used to create a gateway between our world and the spirit world, but there's also a risk that they could attract a malevolent spirit. Spirits, especially those with nefarious intent, can latch onto the energy that is created by these portals, and then they could bring their own negative energy. The spirit's response of spelling out Lucy, which doesn't line up to Luna's sister's name, it could probably mean that the entity has nefarious intent and it means to torment them. In the spiritual realm, entities often communicate through symbolism and imagery, and the lack of eyes and mouth could indicate that the spirit has an evil intent.
As we saw the young students messing around with the spirit board, it's important to notice their location. They were in an abandoned park that used to be a mental facility. This mental facility had too many incidences of suicide, so they decided to shut it down for good. They had wrecked this location and rebuilt it as a park where they planted many trees and created cement walkways. Anyone who would be near this park or vicinity reported feeling sick and the feeling of being watched. Rumor has it some people who walked down those paths never came back. Word eventually spread, and this park became a spot that no one dared to visit.
Everyone around here knows that there's something wrong about that park. I mean, it used to be an asylum, for God's sake. So many people there killed themselves, and officials just decided to turn it into a park to try and relieve the ominous aura around it. But everyone knows that turning a mental institution into a nice park isn't enough to calm the spirits that have already formed over there. I heard that some of the patients who committed suicide were screaming about some figure.
Throughout my professional career, I have never seen something quite like this. From the video I received about the group in the woods, it seems that they have been trying to contact the spirit world to speak with a loved one. Things like this are normal. It's common for people to use spirit boards, but this group seemed to contact something a little bit more sinister. The abandoned park that the group chose to use the spirit board at was famously known to be a mental facility. Here lies a lot of dark and depressing energy, which was stated to make people feel uneasy upon stepping foot. This park is now closed due to the many unusual complaints from individuals of all ages. While the group initiates contact using the spirit board, it's clear that they're not speaking to Luna's younger sister. Lucy was the name the spirit gave when they asked who they were talking to, though this was not the name of Luna's sister. They then promptly asked, "What do you want with us?" The spirit replied with, "Fear." The group quickly ended the session, ending it with a goodbye to close the spirit world. However, after ending the session, everyone shared a personal fear, something that made them seem uncomfortable and scared. But could this be what the spirit was looking for? Their fear? Fear is an intense emotion that stems from an unpleasant, dangerous, and threatening situation. Fear is a neurological response that our body elicits from an unpredicted and unsettling situation. From an old reading many years back, it talked about all types of fears. One in particular was the malicious spirit known as the egregore. The egregore was known to consume the fears of these people, and it was a non-physical spiritual entity that would consume the fears of these people, leaving the individual tormented by their own fear. The egregore then weaponized their fear to make these individuals feel psychologically destructive. I strongly believe that this group is experiencing a haunting from the egregore. From their location to their own personal stories surrounded about this entity provides evidence that they may be dealing with an egregore. There may not be much time, but it is vital that they seek help soon to relieve this monster upon them.
Luckily, through the collective research of the local field experts and historians, the group was able to identify the malicious entity and called in a priest to bless the board and exorcise the egregore from the land. They're safe once again, for now.